as well, but I think you are worried about something or want to ask me something. Isn't it?
Yes, actually, I'm confused about this word called bioart. Like, I've heard this many times, but I don't know what it is exactly.
Yes, I do. Okay, I'll tell you what it is all about.
Really?
Yes, I'll tell you about anatomy, the work done by the great Leonardo Da Vinci, the Venation pattern shown by the leaves, and the art of foliage. By then, I hope you would understand how art is related to equality.
Really? Oh, it will be great then.
Yes, of course. Quite a way then. This was a video.
Good morning to one and all present here. We hope to get a patient hearing so that we can go through the topic at hand. Now, some of you might not be familiar with the word bioart. Well, Beethoven had once said, only art and science makes us suspect the existence of life to a higher level and maybe also instill hope thereof. One might think that art and science are incompatible, but no, a new era of art may be upon us, as one that finds beauty and aesthetics in biotechnology that ventures into the world of self-expression. Bioart includes medicine, genetics, and extensions to the body, and it encourages discussion on the relationship between living and non-living organisms. As Sterlach had said, bioart is defined as a bridge between art and science, a marriage between art and biohacking, where the body is an impersonal, revolutionary, objective structure.
The history of anatomy is characterized by a progressive understanding of the functions of the organs and structures of the human body. Methods have also improved dramatically, advancing from the examination of animals by dissection of carcasses and corpses to 20th century medical imaging techniques including X-ray, ultrasound, and magnetic resonance imaging.
Leonardo's fascination with anatomical studies reveals a prevailing artistic interest of the time. In his own treatise, Della Pittura, theorist Leon Battista Alberti urged painters to construct the human figure as it exists in nature, supported by the skeleton and musculature, and only then clothed in skin. His study of anatomy originally pursued for his training as an artist. By his own count, Leonardo dissected 30 corpses in his lifetime. Leonardo's early anatomical studies dealt chiefly with the skeleton and muscles. Yet, even at the outset, Leonardo combined anatomical with physiological research. From observing the static structure of the body, Leonardo proceeded to study the role of individual parts of the body in mechanical activity. This led him finally to the study of internal organs. Among them, he probed most deeply into the brain, heart, and lungs as the motors of the senses and of life. His findings from these studies were recorded in the most famous anatomical drawings, which are among the most significant achievements of Renaissance science. The genuine value of these demonstrazione lay in ability to synthesize a multiplicity of individual experiences at the dissecting table and make the data immediately and accurately visible. As Leonardo proudly emphasized, these drawings were superior to descriptive words. The wealth of Leonardo's anatomical studies that have survived forged the basic principles of modern scientific illustration.
Anatomy is the identification and description of the structures of living things. It is a branch of biology and medicine and can be divided into three broad areas: human anatomy, zootomy, which is animal anatomy, and phytotomy, which is plant anatomy. Human anatomy is the study of the structures of the human body, and its understanding is key to the practice of health and medicine. The study of anatomy goes back over 2000 years to the ancient Greeks. Henceforth, the word anatomy comes from the Greek words ana, meaning up, and tome, meaning a cutting. Studies of anatomy have traditionally depended on cutting up or dissection, but now, with imaging technology, it is increasingly possible to see how a body is made up without dissection. Now, there are two ways of looking at anatomy: macroscopic anatomy or microscopic anatomy. Macroscopic anatomy or gross anatomy is the examination of an animal's body parts using unaided eyesight. It also includes the branch of superficial anatomy. On the other hand, microscopic anatomy involves the use of optical instruments in the study of the tissues of various structures, known as histology, and also in the study of cells.
Now let's move towards the importance of bioart in the world of plants. Let us take an example of foliage, in which a normal leaf is represented in the form of floral design by taking an imprint of it, in which we can study the different structure of the leaf. For example, the venation of the leaf. The arrangement of veins in a leaf is called as venation pattern. For each type of plants, venation is different. Monocots have parallel venation, in which the veins run in straight lines across the length of the leaf without converging, whereas dicots have reticulate venation, when the veins are arranged in either web-like or network-like pattern all over the lamina. Now, let us see a small representation on the process of foliage.
Conclusion. That's all we had to state on the topic bioart within this stipulated time. Though we chose few subtopics that are significant enough to be stated, but actually this topic is a huge one that can't be either explained or shown within a limited time span. Via our video, we tried to introduce the concept of anatomy, acquired the knowledge of the incredible work done by the Italian polymath Leonardo Da Vinci, gained understanding of the arrangements of veins in a leaf called the Venation pattern, seen the representation of leaves via the art of foliage, and finished off by stating how science moves forward the fastest with the development of new tools, and anatomy is a great example of that. Thus, bioart is an incredible art practice where humans work with live tissues, bacteria, living organisms, and life processes.
That's all I have to show you about bioart. Hope you understood the same.
Yes, of course, and thank you so much for letting me know what bioart is and how biology is integrated in art or vice versa. Thank you.
Welcome.